Hey there, it's Brittany. I am back with a quick, I don't know if this is going to be a tutorial because I know you guys know how to make stretch bracelets and earrings, but it's more of a thinking outside the box design video. So you can see I spelled out spooky over here. I'm going to make some Halloween bracelet and a Halloween pair of earrings that you could wear all year round because the colors are, yes, Halloween colors, but they're more everyday items. They're not going to look like, you know, scream Halloween if you're wearing them with a different outfit. So the thing I wanted to show you guys, which I showed you in an unboxing video for the Love Bead store on AliExpress, these are the black Labradorite beads. They're so yummy. And then I got these, I think, a while back from Fire Mountain Gems. They're just a red-orange magnesite. But I wanted to make something that is absolutely perfect for the office or a party. And you can, you know, around the Halloween season, but you can wear it throughout the year because black and orange and red are always in. So I grabbed, all I did really was grab something that kind of, oops, sorry, I always move the camera. So I grabbed these two types of beads. I grabbed some spacers. I have these gunmetal spacers. I think these came from Joann's. And I have my Beadalon elastic cord needle. If you guys watch Emma's channel, she actually made her own needle, which I need to do after this one wears out because I'm sick of buying them. So Emma, great job there. And then, so I'm just going to thread on a few of these coins. So I was racking my brain. I was like, oh, I really want to use these beads. What do I want to do? And I was like, hello, it's October. Let's start on some Halloween stuff. So then I'm just going to, I think, put a spacer bead on and then grab a couple of the black Labradorite. And I'll leave links below to these matte gemstones that I got from Love Beads. Guys, I'm in my new craft room. I haven't really unpacked anything. I'm trying to work out a new background because my table's white. You guys aren't gonna like that. And I'm trying to work out the lighting situation. Right now I'm just using the windows because it's the morning, but I gotta get a daylight lamp or something so I can do videos at night. And sorry the background is kind of interfering with what I'm doing here. And if you guys haven't seen my videos before, this is a Beadalon elastic cord needle. You can get them from Michael's or Amazon or Joann's. I'm not going to link to that because I don't have a preference of where I purchase them. I just usually just get them if I can. And Google's my best friend for finding them. So I'm just going to slide on one of these gunmetal beads. This will be the back. It's kind of like the middle of the bracelet. So you can kind of see them looking for like, this looks like All Hallows Eve, like full moon, blood moon bracelet so far. And I'm just loving it. But this could go really, really well with a black dress or an orange dress or pantsuit or whatever. All right. I've missed making jewelry. This is the first bracelet I've made in like 3 weeks. And I know somebody asked about my bracelet challenge. Still doing it. It's just, I had to put it on hiatus while I was moving. And I'm still, like, guys, I'm in the middle of 85 projects. Last night I said, I'm going to stop feeling sorry for myself. I built some IKEA furniture because the renovations are not going well. There were several issues with the company that I hired and they did not finish. One man showed up drunk. Yeah, it was a hot mess. They ruined several things in my house. So right now I'm looking for a company to fix all the problems that they created. But anyway, I don't have baseboards in my bead room. I was like, nope, you know what? I'm not going to feel sorry for myself anymore. I gave it like a week and then I started painting last night, which I think the color's a little off, so I might go get it mixed. And then I started building I got a new table from IKEA. I got a bunch of IKEA organizers, so we're good to go. I'm seeing that my stretch cord is on the other side of the table, so I'll be right back. Okay, and I know several of you will ask, this is just the generic stretch cord from Michael's. They had like a big, huge pack of it for I think 10 or 20 bucks. I can't remember, but yeah, that's what I have. So I'm gonna go ahead and loop this onto my elastic cord needle, and I'm going to slide the beads down onto the cord. If something snags, just do it slowly so that the cord doesn't break, your needle doesn't break, or your bead doesn't break. I've had all three of those happen to me. And then I'm going to make sure that I don't use this portion in my bracelet because it's no longer structurally sound. It will snap if you use it in your bracelet. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and snip off that portion. And then I'm going to take the other end and snip that. And if you've watched my channel for any length of time, you know I stretch these before I tie, because if you don't, we had some snappage. That must not have been a very good piece of that cord. See, that's when you'll find out that you have cord integrity issues. Good thing is it snapped before the beginning of the bracelet, so I didn't lose my bracelet. So I'm just making sure this is even. It is. Okay, I'll go ahead and tie. I tie 3 times. I usually don't have any problems with the knots after gluing them if I just tie it 3 times like this. So that's 2, 3. Okay, and then I use GS Hypo Cement. I dab it on the knot, both sides. I set that aside for about 5 minutes and put the glue cap back on immediately. Oh gosh, I'm going to do that off camera because this has a tendency to dry out. So while that's drying, and we'll come back and I'll show you the finished product, I could also make a necklace out of this. I just love these beads. I don't have a necklace design in mind at the moment, but I'm not gonna say I won't design one because I think these beads just look fantastic together, and I don't have a necklace like this. So I'm gonna set those aside for the moment. And then I grabbed these matte black obsidian beads from Love Bead Store too. Aren't these yummy? And they look kind of spooky, right? So I grabbed those, and I also found these charms when I unpacked my orange beads. Guys, I was like, when I started moving into my house, I lost my mind. I was like, I cannot believe all this stuff was in storage. What have I done? So I remember almost everything I've bought, but I didn't remember how much I had until I opened it up, and I'm going to have to purge because there's just too much. But I found these in my stash. They're little acrylic drops, and they look vintage. They kind of have like a vintage flair to them, but I thought they were perfect. They are reminiscent of pumpkins, autumn, Halloween, but you could use these in summer too. So I just grabbed those. And I'm going to grab one of these beads. And I have some gunmetal eye pins, excuse me. I always say the wrong one. Are these closed? I wonder how this is closed. I didn't do that. Okay. I don't have scissors near me, so I'm using these clippers or nippers that aren't the best. Okay. There we go. And I guess I could use a spacer bead, but this one's the hole's a little too big there. Plus I'm using gunmetal, so I don't know that let me see, I have a spacer bead soup right here. And I don't see any gunmetal beads in there. So I think they're just, wait. Here's my other spacer beads. There's one more. Okay, so we have some of these. And I'm going to grab 2 ear wires out of here too. Okay, so let's see how this, I want one with a really good pattern on it. So I'm going to go with this guy right here. Just put them on my eye pin. And if you don't have gunmetal eye pins, you can make them with wire. You can use silver eye pins, whatever. I just grabbed these because I thought that they looked pretty good with the beads. I'm going to put one flat spacer, daisy spacer, and then one metal spacer. And I'm so sorry, like I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, you can. There we go. And I want, so the issue I'm going to have is this loop is not big enough to go on to the charm. So I have 2 options. I can make this the top that goes onto the ear wire and just flip these around and make a bigger loop at the bottom, or I can try and find a jump ring. And I think the jump ring option is going to be best. I have some right here. But if I don't like how the jump ring looks, we can always go back to, I'm gonna move this up a little bit because it keeps coming out of frame. There we go. So I want to make sure this, we have to think about directions here because of the way that I want this to hang forward on the, oh, I was like, what's going on with the camera? I want it to hang forward on the ear wire. So we have to do a little bit of jewelry math here. So this is gonna go this way. So the earring has to hang like that. Sorry. Okay, so the jump ring's gonna go that way, and then the earring finding goes like this. Okay, so sorry, that was much more complicated than it needed to be. I just wanted to make sure I bent this the right way. So having this forward like that, I need to bend the to make my loop, I need to bend the wire or the eye pin at a 90-degree angle going this way. So, which is not the easiest. It would be easier if I could do it the other way. So give me 1 second. Still think I did it wrong. Let me grab a pair of pliers. Okay, and then I'm just going to curl my loop. And he's a little wonky. Okay, so I'm just going to open my jump ring. Sorry, I have like 1% unpacked, so I'm going along doing this as I can. And we'll close the jump ring. So why I said that is because I don't know where another pair of pliers is to close this up. Okay, these are not the ones that I would want to use because they've got teeth on them, but in a pinch. Okay. And then I will open this up. Trying to see where oh, it's this way, okay. I don't know why my camera decided to go wonky again. Okay, so there's our earring, and it's so cute, but you don't right away think Halloween, but if you're in the month of October, I'm going to right away think Halloween. And it's just wonderful. You could use it the entire year. I'm going to make the twin and then I'll be right back. Okay, so here is our finished bracelet. And I am in love with it. I think I will need to make a matching necklace, but I'm trying to think. I really want something special because these beads are so awesome. Again, these are the black Labradorite beads. They're matte, and I think the matte is what really helped me decide to use them for Halloween because they kind of look like, they make it look a little spookier. They look like little black moons to me. I'll leave the link below for those. And then here are our earrings. I actually really like these. I'm sorry, the light, I'm gonna have to figure out the lighting in here, guys. I'm sorry. Growing pains. But yeah, these are really fun. Again, these are from Love Beads on AliExpress too. And they're matte as well. And I think when I did the unboxing, I said, you know, I don't have anything like this and I'm going to be using a little bit at a time. And this is the perfect way to get your gemstones or the beads that you really like, but don't have a lot of them. Just use 2 and make a really cute pair of earrings. So there's our non-traditional Halloween jewelry that can be used throughout the rest of the year. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks, guys. You know, for those of you who have just been so sweet and saying, you know, we miss you, I can't wait to see your videos. That really, like, I never expected for people to say that, and you're very sweet, and it made me feel a lot better throughout this entire horrible process that I've been going through. And I really appreciate you very much. If you're not already, please join my bead group on Facebook. It's called Brittany's Beads. I'll leave the link below. And I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Stay tuned for your favorite doggy Goldie. She'll be really cute in this little video that I'm going to show you. Have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.